From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the New York Jets. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Panther 60. Liking 18.
Richardson off the play fake. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. When you talk about this Jets defense, they're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go, 80.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Richardson out of the shotgun. It's caught. Mitchell. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
19 Tiger.
Over the middle, a catch made by Mitchell. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line.
That's another Colts first down. First
Here we go.
and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense for the Jets, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
17 yards. And the Colts first down.
Richardson to throw off play action. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Reggie Gilliam. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Okay,
looking to put a drive together.
Check. Come on, go.
They'll run. Here's the former Seminole. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Random, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd and 9 now. And his throw is incomplete. You look at this Colt defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Now if they can just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but his defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now Richardson going to shift things up. Second down, another run with Taylor. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Cowboy 80. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 18 Rattler.
Richardson working from the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down.
Okay, break. Here we go. Set. 79.
Up the middle. Here's Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on. 60 Eagles. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the second quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and the first down.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Well, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Ready. Viking 18. Ready.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Get it. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
2nd and 6. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
70 Lions. Cut 19. Cut 19.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Deep to return is Kavontae Turpin. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Let's go.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
17-yard line.
Get it. Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go.
Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving them a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Viking 18.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Point after here coming up. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score 17. Jets 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
A short one there, caught by Warren. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go. Shot, go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Colts first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd and 9 here.
Let's go. 70.
Now Richardson. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Fighting off the defender. 7 yards there, the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
2nd and 3. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense is looking for.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
At the 10-yard line.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
17, Jets 14.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
2nd and 4. That's downfield. He's got Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Smith catches left side. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Come on, come on. That's 19 tight. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Let's go now.
Richardson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
Here's Richardson to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride. Another first down.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Colts.
Richardson completes a quick one out wide. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down 10 at the 24-yard line.
60, Cougar 19.
On the handoff, Taylor. And down inside the 15 he goes. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they are able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to run.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Adonai Mitchell, an 11-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
Our first carry for Tyler Algier. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Get it. 18, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, and that's to Taylor, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that will pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Again, he'll drop the throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 80 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. The offense on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Cowboy 80. Steady.
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of first by a few yards. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Maverick, Bronco 80. 65 catch.
Richardson looking to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
70 range, 70 range.
From the shotgun, Richardson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Here's Jones. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Taylor. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Back to throw here. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Trap 60, trap 60. 65 catch, 65 catch. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Cougar 19. Scoop.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. He's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3.
18, wrap to 80. Ready.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. That's caught by Wilson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Mustang 19. Let go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. For the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down.
60 Bison.
He'll look to throw. Pass complete to Taylor. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
79 Broncos. Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes second and 10.
Cougar 19. 18. 5 in. Go.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack it back at the 36. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Taylor. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Steady.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Colts, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year.